All right, welcome to Roleplay Cafe. This is John. We are back with Alien. Dell cannot join us, unfortunately, but we do have the rest of the crew. We've got Todd,
It,
Eric,
yo,
and Doon.
Hi.
We are going to pick up with the essentially the end of the confrontation that the group had with several xenomorphs. But because Todd was not here, we're going to do a pretty extensive recap.
oh
So the group was traveling or was exploring a potential colony called Aljana, and they found a odd heat signature that, after investigating, they realized was coming from underground. And they went down into this opening and started exploring this extensive cave network, and discovered that there was a large circular room with some large horseshoe shaped ships down there that were like several hundred yards across. And there was room for six of them. There's a couple empty spots for additional ships, but the ones that were there look like they've been there for hundreds, if not possibly over 1,000 years. They've had plants and moss and stuff growing all over them. They tried to find an entrance on a couple of them and were not able to find a discernible way of entering the ship. So they decided to press on further down into this cave complex, and they found this room that had basically like tiered seating around the perimeter of it, and there was a series of large statues in the center of the room that had these large, somewhat insectoid-like creatures with long um, or oblong skulls that look very reminiscent of the creature that they saw jump out of Mother Michaela's ship at the second colony that they went to. Uh, and these statues were about 15 feet tall, and it was almost like they were a centerpiece into like some sort of like altar where who knows what took place there. But after pressing on through some staircases that they found um, along those tiered seatings around the perimeter, they entered another area that looked like it had a series of display cases. It was a cross-shaped room with a walkway. It was about 20 or 30 feet off of the ground. So down in the center, down that 20 or 30 feet, there was a series of glass display cases that were a couple feet across, and they had a whole bunch of weird creatures inside of them that they couldn't quite make out most of the details of. Um, but as they started exploring, uh, they were they heard a loud screeching sound coming from these three offshoot rooms further ahead, and they I believe it was Yoko was shining a light to try to find the source of it and saw this creature running across the ceiling upside down in their direction. And the group kind of, you know, went into a defensive pattern, and Cliff prepared his flamethrower, and uh, there was this thing leaped towards them, and Cliff managed to light the first one on fire, but it didn't quite seem to kill it. There was several situations where um, Cliff was knocked down onto the ground and managed to scramble out from underneath of this thing. There was also eventually more came, two more after the first one was dispatched. Two more came, and they split the group in half, and Yoko fell was thrown down into the lower display floor. So he the thing grabbed him and tossed him over the railing along the walkway, and he fell down. And the thing was hanging up there while he got his bearings, and he determined or took a look at this control structure that was in the center of the intersection of the cross. And there was this bizarre computer interface with all these balls and uh, large switches and very different than anything he's encountered before. But he tried to make something of it and flipped several switches and seemed to activate something because a gas started to emit out of the ceiling. However, he noticed that there was some sort of uh, growth along the ceiling that was it was kind of like a chitinous uh, layer that was spreading from those three rooms along the ceiling, and that seemed to block the gas from being emitted in the northern half of the area. But eventually, it started to spread across the room, uh, but it didn't seem to have an immediate effect on these two remaining creatures. Eventually, Hamada and Dr. Bircher arrived after coming down behind everyone by maybe like 30 or 40 minutes. Uh, and they managed to drive off or kill one of them. Um, but the acid, the thing seemed to have acid for blood, and it got onto Cliff's armor and was beginning to burn through. Um, Eventually, the last one just seemed to did. There seemed to be a larger one that was trying to burst through the door in the northernmost chamber. If you should be able to see the map, and that was chamber 3. But the door eventually sealed after this gas started to emit, and we are going to pick up with the aftermath of um, this battle, and the group has kind of gotten Cliff's armor off because it was the acid was burning through it, and I believe that Yoko was helped back up onto the walkway. So we didn't. We just stopped there, right, guys?
Last thing I
We didn't
remember
resolve.
is you saying that another ship had come into orbit.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
So we were
So
exiting. Yeah, we were exiting.
yes, you guys. So you guys did leave the room, and eventually, you made contact um, with your ship up the Solovetsky Island, and you heard from Dudge that another ship has entered orbit, uh, and it is does not have any sort of um, signature that he's able to identify. So it is not from the mother colony. So let's say that you guys are back in the altar room, and this is close enough to that opening that you have clear communications back up onto the ship.
The the gallery of ages. That's where we're at here.
Yeah, I'm give me just one second. I'm
I
going
don't
to
see anybody
load
else.
up.
I see my character, but I don't see anybody else's character.
Nope. Yeah, nobody. I don't. I think that was just an attempt to have somebody roll for. We were getting some errors when we tried to roll for Kip because we had to figure out if uh, we had to do some rolls to see how he was handling the situation.
Okay.
So you guys should be seeing the temple now. Can you see it, or is it all black?
With
It's all
black.
black.
All black.
All right, give me 1 second. They turn off token visibility.
There it is.
All right.
It's good.
Okay. So, so the Juggernaut hub is the way back down to that is the way that you came. So that's to the west. All right.
Dutch, do you have visual? Are they approaching? What's your status?
I don't have visual yet. It just entered the sector. It's not broadcasting anything. I don't know who or what it is.
Are they going to be able to see you? Do they know? Are they going to know we're here?
It's, I mean, they know we're here. They haven't tried to contact me. There's not much I can do except I can leave or try to land or stay where I am. Those are basically my three options.
Um, if we go back to the shuttle and head back up, it'll take us about I don't know how long to get there. But
About an
Probably
hour.
be yeah, probably it'd probably be a good half hour, like just to get back to that opening. But then the three of you, or I'm sorry, no, there's five of you now,
mhm.
have to climb up those ropes. So it's yeah, an hour seems reasonable.
All right, we're still out here in the thick of it. We had a run in with some local wildlife, and we're pretty beat up.
Well, do you, do you need me to send down another ship? We have the science vessel. I can send that down if that's going to speed things up.
Uh, how are you? If I look at all my friends here, or all my companions, are they? How are they doing? Are they like dead, unconscious? Like what's happening?
Cliff is just staring forward and is like chewing on his cigar. He's not smoking it. He's just chewing on it for like 1,000 yard stare. That's all he's doing.
And so, okay, it's got me down as my condition is panicked.
Mm,
15.
yes.
Yeah, it was a bad time
So,
for both of us.
Yeah.
so,
Neither of you did too well. Let's see, Kip. The last thing that happened to Kip.
Got knocked unconscious, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
How can you be panicked if you're unconscious? That doesn't make any sense.
He has no
Why
panic.
don't we say that Bircher, you know, got um, Kip, conscious again, and what's your actual stress level, Todd?
my actual stress level is 7, it says.
7. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to say that I'm going to say Kip is no longer panicked, um, but we're going to leave your stress level where it is. Um,
Okay. Okay. So you
why
took.
don't we say the same thing about Cliff?
Oh, I already said my
Um,
panic was over.
okay. Oh wow, but your
13 days
stress is still
ago.
at 9.
Yeah, I'm really stressed.
Okay, so yeah, the you guys have had a little bit of time to gather your you know gather yourselves, get treated by Berger. So I'm going to say everyone is fully functional, even if still have incredibly high stress.
Okay. All right.
Can I clear my panic as well?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So what's the plan?
Yeah. What is the plan? We gotta get out of here.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't
Remember
want to
someone
give up
saying
on this
there's
planet.
explosives on.
There's
I
things
do.
here, but we just need to learn how to protect ourselves from them. That's all. This is
Well, someone said there's explosives on the ship. I think that's our next goal.
explosives on which ship?
Our ship.
Yeah, you have. I think we decided that you guys do have some explosives in the dropship. You just didn't bring them down with you when you went down into the hole on the ropes.
Okay, so you're saying we blow up this whole
Planet? Yes.
facility?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You don't have any nukes. You have
Uh,
C4 or the equivalent.
Oh.
We could
what
probably
about
collapse these build. We might be able to collapse these structures here,
maybe these
but
horseshoe
but for all we know,
shaped
there's pods of these creatures everywhere on this planet.
in which
All,
case it's probably not a good place for us to
you see,
colonize.
all the more reason to blow the planet up.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so
Uh,
you're saying this is a fail, and that we go back to the mother colony and tell them
I
that it's
mean,
uninhabitable.
let's
uh,
see. The first stop we went to, we had some kind of weird mosquito that sucked the power out of us. Then we had the weird creatures that went inside the pig cow things. And then we went to the drill monster that almost ate us. And now we have the weird elongated headed bug things that scared the shit out of me and Kip. And I mean, I don't know. I guess my definition of paradise is different from everybody else's, but
Well, I don't. I mean, just look at this place as my voice echoes. Like you don't build something like this you unless it's a stable environment for you. We could make this our stable environment.
I don't like it.
yeah, yeah. I'm a quick cliff on this one. This is just. I ain't no
Especially since
hero.
the statues that we're walking by right now look exactly like the things that just attack us.
Yeah, that's.
And it's not too far fetched to see those things look exactly like whatever those people are turning into.
I just hope that for all for all we know, the mother colony looks just like that other no.
Oh, I totally expect that. I expected that before when we're leaving.
Okay, well let's just make sure our report includes all the information, and we can make our decision when we get back.
Fair enough.
All
Okay, so
right.
how far off is the ship?
The ship just entered the system, so it kind of showed up on sensors. Uh, depending, your ship is just in orbit around the planet, so depending on what the ship's intention is, it might just come directly towards you, which could be as little as a few hours. Um, if they are here for another reason, they might just ignore you. You have no idea who they are or what they want. But you
Well,
do know that there are not. It is not another ship from the mother colony.
Hey, John, kind of above
Oh,
the table and me trying to game the system a little bit. Can that little talk we have be counted as banter?
Sure.
Sure. Yay.
If you guys are heading back to the opening and not just standing around in
Yeah,
the altar room.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I assumed we were walking and talking.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
We're making our way back to our shuttle so we can
Okay.
get to the ship.
All right.
Well, we're going west out of here.
Yes.
The Juggernaut
Yeah.
hub.
All right. If that is the case, then everybody's stress goes down too. Yay.
2.
Okay.
I just want to do that.
This is a good day. This is my good day, so I'm able to reduce my stress.
Alright.
If I was having my bad day, your banter would mean nothing to me.
It's like it when all this
Oh,
bad
did
stuff
we all have to
happens,
roll
then
like
you come
trauma
out and
last
say,
time? Permanent trauma? Was
"My
there
good
permanent
day."
trauma happening in
Oh,
this game?
yes. Yes.
Sorry about
So
that.
Kip, that's all right. So Kip and Cliff are gonna have to roll permanent psychological trauma from
I did that
their.
last session, and it was I got 2 zeros.
Oh,
So
you did that.
yes.
Okay. All
So
right.
it's on
Okay,
the board
so-
there.
So where do I roll this?
Yeah, I'm pulling up the chart
It's
right now. Hold
It's
on.
an
Oh,
empathy roll, I think, is what you have to roll for.
Yeah, so so you do an empathy roll, and you don't use any of your stress die. So you'll have to set that to 0 temporarily. I think that's
Okay.
the only way of doing that. And then you'll have to bump it back up.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do an empathy roll. Here we go. And
Yes. And I think you're looking for a failure, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
right?
every time you get a success, it's bad.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right. So
Okay.
you failed,
So I'm good.
which is what you want. Yes. So don't forget to bump your stress back
I
up.
just put it back up. I'm just gonna
All
step out
right.
for a minute here. Just say goodnight to my son. I'll be right back.
So, oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So, you guys are going to go up the ropes and make your way back up onto the surface. Is that right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Um, what order is everybody going to go in? Is Kip going to go, since Todd stepped away, is he going to go first or last?
Cliff will bring up the rear actually because he's still
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. What about everybody else?
I'll
We've got,
go.
don't forget Hamada is there as well.
Yeah. Everyone's standing
She
there,
is a
and I just
Marine
like lock in and lock my
and go up.
strap or clip into the thing and just say.
All right.
Yeah.
So can you give me a mobility roll, please?
Yes. Easily. Did I click that twice? What the heck happened? No, it just rolled
No,
twice.
you got it. You panicked.
Yeah.
All right. So as you are going up, I mean, you successfully make it, but the so I had mentioned last time we played that you guys have uh sort of like an auto ascender thing that you just hook up to the rope and you hold
Mhm.
on to it. You press a button in and it kind of pulls you up automatically. So it's not like you're manually having to climb
Mhm.
up hundreds of feet
Mhm.
with this rope. But it gets bound up about a third of the way up. So you're kind of dangling up about 100 feet
Mhm. Mhm.
and having to rely on your harness to and trying to work this thing. And it takes you about 15 or 20 minutes of working it up and down to get it past or get it back,
Right.
get the rope back on the wheel properly so that you can go up the rest of the way.
Just a minute,
So
guys.
who?
It's all bucked up here.
So eventually you get it working again and make it back up to the surface, and uh, you see Emily there. She helps you, uh, helps pull you back up out of the hole, and you can see the The ship has moved based off from the testing that Bircher was doing before he came down. Um, and it is actually slightly closer than it is now. So uh, he was doing
That's,
some readings of the heat signatures, trying to get some more information while you guys were down there the first time.
that's nice. That's good to see.
All right. So who's going to go next? Should we take care of Bircher, or does somebody else? Do you want Hamada or Kip to go first?
For sure.
All right. I'm going to roll for Bircher. Oh boy, no successes here either. Well, I guess we can push. Do you want me to push for him?
And
Uh,
what's he trying to do? Just trying to go up?
Yes.
Is there any way we can assist him on going up?
Not. No. Not.
Okay,
Unfortunately, there's not. I mean, it's kind of
okay,
a. So it's a one man job.
okay.
And so the reason we're doing these rolls is not for success, but to determine if
time.
things are delayed.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay.
So do you want me to push for him, knowing that?
I want to say yes for me.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to get out.
Are
I
you
think it's.
are
I
you
think it's.
opposed? Okay, you're in agreement.
Yes.
All right, and we'll push.
What
Uh,
are we doing? What are we doing?
Bircher's gonna push.
we
We're just trying to get out, and like the rope's giving us trouble, but he can figure it out.
Who, Bircher?
all right.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Okay.
he did succeed with his push, um, and uh, he made it up. It actually bound in almost the same spot, uh, or what appears to be the same spot as it did for Kip. I'm sorry, I mean Yoko. And Bercher starts like you can see he's really getting he is not comfortable just dangling up 100 feet trying to work this, but he actually gets it going a little bit faster than Yoko did, uh, and he eventually disappears up out of the hole. So we've got three people now at the bottom: Kip, Cliff, and Hamada. Who is going to go next?
I think Hamada should probably go last.
Okay.
Being
Okay.
the military type,
Do it, Kip.
I mean, Cliff.
Okay.
right?
Cliff just goes,
Well,
oh, okay.
Cliff goes, "Oh."
Oh,
I'm sorry, being the expendable military.
uh, okay.
oh, okay. That makes me feel better. Thank you.
Okay. I just wink at him.
All right, but so does that mean Kip's going next?
Hell yeah.
All right. Give me a mobility roll, please.
Okay. 'Cause, here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. Where are you, mobility? And
Oh boy.
whoa, wait, what? Holy shoot.
You succeeded. Um, the so as you are going up, you notice that there is some movement below that you can see from the low level of light that is shining in from the top at the opening. And while Cliff and Hamada are kind of scanning the area and watching things, you Kip sees these small a series of small like spider-like creatures that are running across the floor from the direction that you came, and they are moving pretty fast and closing the distance to where Kip and Hamada are. They don't seem to see them as you're going up. And what are you going to do?
I'm
You can
screaming.
take.
Okay,
Go ahead.
can you just ping where I am?
Yes. I'm sorry. I did not update the scenes. Hold on a second. We are going to go back to the Juggernaut Hub. So you are right here. Oh no, I'm sorry. You guys came down over here. Uh, so you are above. This was the opening that you drop the ropes down to, and you
Right.
traveled across here. And
Hmm.
this is where the ships were parked,
Okay.
and that's where the rooms were that you were in.
Okay.
So you're about, I'm going to say about 250 feet above the floor here,
Oh,
and there is an opening in the ceiling that you came out that the rope is dangling out of. It's about maybe 15 feet across,
right.
so it sends some light down here,
Right.
and you can see a little bit down this using that light and the flashlights that Hamida and Cliff have.
And these spider-like creatures, are they on the ceiling, on the floor? Say
They're all over.
all over
There's
walls,
probably a
roof,
dozen of them. Yep, they're running on the floor, on the
towards.
walls,
Okay,
in
so
yeah,
towards the base
towards
of this.
Hamida and Cliff.
Okay, and I screamed out, "Incoming! You guys gotta climb! You gotta climb now! Now! Don't look back!"
Oh,
Get the lead out and get up here quick. And I'm gonna
Go
start
two
climbing.
at once. Go two at
I,
once. You can do it.
I mean, there's two
climbing up a
ropes down
mofo.
on here,
Oh yeah.
isn't there?
No, there's just. Did you guys drop two ropes? I thought there was only one rope.
I don't
I
Because
thought
it's
we
remember.
so.
were. I don't know. I guess I don't remember. There's a couple.
Wait a minute. Are
So,
these boat ropes retractable? Aren't they? Like we're not hand over hand climbing, right? They were like motorized,
No,
right?
no, no. Yeah, you have like an auto ascender
Hmm.
thing that
Yeah.
pulls you up. Yes.
Okay.
Generally, you don't. Uh, you have two people on the rope at once because it causes the auto ascender causes the thing to switch, which can start swinging the rope back and forth a lot because it has weight at different points pulling on it.
Hmm.
Uh, but you can certainly do that if you want to.
I say go for it. Go for it. Come on. Come on. And how much farther do I have till the surface?
You are going to, so as soon as you see this, because you rolled a seat cover,
Mhm.
I'm going to say that you can yell out this warning, but you are just holding the button all the way in to get to the
Oh yeah.
top
Oh
and
yeah.
and and get out of there as fast as possible.
Hmm.
imagine
So,
like smoke coming off of it.
all right. So what's Cliff going to do after he hears this warning yelled down by Kip?
He'll take a quick look around and see if he can spot anything, and
All
not
right,
really.
give me.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, finish your thought.
I was gonna say if he's gonna quickly look around, if he sees anything or not, he's gonna just suggest to Hamada we both get on at once and go, and then we'll each have what I'm picturing is we'll each have one arm on the button and the other one with a gun in our hand and shooting around us as we're going up.
Okay, so Hamida has a smart gun with her, so she needs to stow that in her backpack.
Okay.
That's a two-handed weapon.
Okay.
You do have a pulse rifle in addition to your flamethrower, though,
I don't
so
have
you
the
could give
flamethrower
that.
anymore.
Oh, that's right, you tossed it during the fight.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, I didn't toss it. I dropped it because I was scared.
Well, yeah, yeah. Uh, are you going to just let her have her go first and then be ready to fire?
Yeah, that's what
Um,
I do. I do have that pistol still, don't I?
yes, you do. Yeah. Do you want to give that to
Uh,
her?
I'll give her the pulse rifle and I'll keep the pistol.
Oh, that's very generous.
And she should have already stowed
Okay.
her smart gun in the past 2 hours, as the others of us have been going up.
I'm sorry. Could you say that again, dude?
Like we have like three other people go up, and it's been like a half. It's been like 45 minutes of us just going up this one at a time. So I think Hamida should have already packed her smart gun away.
Well, it's not really that she packs it away. She just has to mount it onto the
Oh, okay,
ammo
okay.
pack
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
on
yeah. She's
that's
not
on her
using it, but
back.
it's not like gonna take time
Right.
to like tuck it
Yeah.
in.
It. Oh yeah, she can just grab it, but she can't fire it while she's on the rope because she
Got you.
needs two hands to
Cool.
wield it.
Cool.
All right. So Hamada is going up first, and so when Cliff starts shining his light up north to the passage, it takes a moment, but you make out several of these little spider things. They have like a tail that's whipping around, and they are running on what appears to be uh, eight like spindly like legs that allow them to both move very quickly, but also walk on the walls, uh, almost like an ant or a spider would. And but they are moving way faster. You can try to fire at some of them, but at this point, they are. This is long range, so the difficulty is going to go up.
No, I'll just wait until once they start getting close, and I'll start shooting just to give Hamada more time to start going up.
Okay, so Hamada is going to mount her auto ascender and stow her gun and take the pulse rifle. As she starts to go up, how much? So the rope is about 300, or the ceiling's about 300 feet above you.
Hmm.
How much like head start are you going to give her?
20 feet is a number that pops into my head.
Okay. Yeah. So she she close. 20 feet is pretty fast with this thing.
Yeah.
So as soon as she hits that button, she kind of zips up and her feet pass your head, and you start mounting yours, and you see these things. They're coming out into the open. You can see a half a dozen of them. Are you going to shoot before you start going up? It's going to be much more difficult to shoot at these things if while you're ascending than before you do.
So here's a dilemma Cliff has right now.
Mhm.
He kind of wants to try to get one to give to the scientist people.
What? What?
Okay.
But I think from what has already happened, he's not going to do that because he is already still quite stressed out. So he's
Right.
just going to go, he's not going to fire at all. He's just going to start going up.
Okay. Yeah. So you think about it for a moment and then decide that um,
They
it's
got enough
probably
samples.
better
They're
to
fine.
to make a quick escape. You hit the button and you start zipping up, uh, and you. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have both um, Amida
And then I'm going to
and
keep pace with her because I can
yeah,
adjust my speed, right? So basically, I'm waiting for her to do whatever she's doing.
yeah. So we're going to have her actually. Let's stagger these because if she gets caught up, that is going to cause a problem for you because you're going to collide right into her and then you'll fall and die if you don't. So she succeeds. So you can tell that she starts to slow down at this kink that seems to affect it everybody else. But
Mhm.
she pushes past it. She seems to use these a lot and is used to dealing with them. She slows down for a minute. She seems to let off the gas a bit on this thing, and then once she gets past that section, she floors it again and starts zipping up. Um, I'm
Okay,
going to
I'll make note of
uh,
where she slowed down at.
yeah, so I'm going to give you a bonus to your mobility, so you can bump that up one level before you roll.
Okay.
Uh, and it's well because you have a pretty good idea after seeing everybody deal with this where the spot is on the rope.
Okay. This isn't gonna be good. All right, go. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen.
All right. 3 successes. All right. So
All
that
the
is certainly
success.
enough. Yeah, this is certainly enough uh, to get past this. You barely let off on this thing because you realize that these things are beginning to climb the rope as you're going up, and they're not anywhere near as, or they're about maybe half as fast as this thing is able to ascend. So they're not gaining on you, but as you see more and more start following the rope, you that's when you begin to tremble, and just thinking of what's going to happen if these things
All
get
right.
all the way up to the top. So you get helped up by everybody else out of the hole in the ground and
Cut
are
the rope.
back
Cut the
up
rope.
on the
Cut the rope.
surface.
Cut the rope. Cut the rope. Cut the rope.
Amada pulls a boot knife out and just slices through the rope, and you can see it fall to the ground. And you know, a couple of you shine your light down into the hole, and you see these things falling with the rope back down to the ground.
I flick my cigar down there and then walk away.
All right, what is the plan now?
We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. We just gotta get out of here.
Yeah, let's go. I'm
Yeah, we're trying
walking
to the
fast.
shuttle to the ship. We need to get back up. Best to be together for whatever
All
this
right,
newcomer has to say.
all right. Um, as you get back into the drop ship, who was flying the drop ship? I forget.
It was
Kip,
me.
I
Uh,
think.
Kip or Hamada?
Kip was?
I think it was Kip. Yeah.
Kip.
I think it was me.
Okay. So when Kip sits into the pilot's seat and brings everything up, the radar, the long range radar, detects that there is a large vessel moving in the direction of the Solovetsky Island. It is not quite as big as the Solovetsky Island, um, but it is maybe three quarters of its size. There, just like Dudge told you, there is no indication of who this belongs to. There's no identification being broadcasted, and the general profile that's being detailed by the radar does not seem familiar to Kip at all.
Oh.
What? What?
Have them scan for that radiation signal like those pirates have.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Dudge says, "All right, good idea. I'm on it. I'm I'm not getting anything.
Oh.
Uh, yeah, I they don't seem to have that cloaking device
Okay.
that those fighters had.
Well, I guess the bonus for knowing that is that you're not surrounded by a bunch of those little fighters. So
Have you tried to hail them, Judge?
I no. Do you want me to?
I mean, they know you're here. They know we're here. It seems they're headed right for you. Uh, no harm in expressing that we are not a threat.
Oh, all right. Uh, and you hear him start a broadcast saying, "Unidentified vessel. This is the UNCSS Solovetsky Island. Please identify yourselves. We are here on a survey mission. We are unarmed." And he waits for a second, and then he repeats as Kip starts. I assume Kip is, going to
Oh yeah.
launch the ship
Oh
and
yeah.
start heading back up. Okay. So as Kip launches, you hear Dudge repeat this again, and he says, "I'm not getting any response. They don't even seem to acknowledge us.
All right, we're
Should I keep trying?
it's just
Doesn't
might
sound
as
like they want to
well.
talk.
I don't know. I mean, if they're not responding, there's not really much point.
That's
Uh,
right.
we'll be back we'll be back in how long? Okay, what's our ETA?
It's about 20 minutes.
Yes, I was gonna say
You
20
you've
minutes.
yeah, you're you've taken off. You just need to get out of the atmosphere and dock with the ship.
Okay, so 20 minutes back to the ship. All right.
All right, I'll keep trying until you guys get here. I'm going to start putting in coordinates.
Mm.
Where should we just go back?
Yeah. Yeah, mother colony, okay? Right?
All right,
Yeah.
I'm going to get the computer ready.
Yeah.
As we're heading back, I'll discuss with Yoko what we saw because he was already up. You were already up when all that started, right? The
I
the crawlers.
Oh, I didn't really see it. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I
and
wasn't. I
I'll
wasn't.
yeah. Cliff will try his best to describe it to him. Basically, it's like imagine a fleshy spider with a long tail.
I'm gonna try my
Uh,
best to recreate it with my notebook drawing.
okay.
I don't know how good I am at drawing. I haven't established that in
Uh,
this game, so I have no idea.
if you
As
have
Cliff's
that, Kevin,
as Cliff's describing it, he's just like using his hand. He keeps like putting his hands on top of each other. It's like no, like this, like this.
if I would assume if Yoko has a like a notepad for drawing, that he's
Mhm.
probably pretty good. So
Yeah, no, I was thinking about it. Like, I am a botanist. I do plants and animal stuff, so I may as well just. I was thinking even before you mentioned trying to describe the creature to me, I was thinking I should, and because we were talking about cataloging and getting all the information, I do want to try to catalog as many of the species that we've seen, all the things we've seen.
all right. Um,
But I feel like it's better done on the Solovetsky Island because it's like we're in stress right now. But I am trying to do it like while Cliff is telling me this creature, I'm making a sketch.
Cliff is definitely doing this to trying to calm himself down. He just mostly wants to talk about it to kind of get it off of his mind.
Bigger or smaller? How many
Uh,
legs?
it's about 8 legs. It looks like, give or take a leg. Long, whippy tail. Look like. I didn't see what the bottom looked like.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, the legs look fingery looking. And they were yeah, and it was fleshy.
With fingernails?
Uh,
How many
uh
joints?
3. I would say 3 joints. I don't know. No, they were well manicured. They didn't look like they had really big good nails. Oh,
so as this conversation continues, uh, Kip is emerging through the atmosphere and has a clear view of the Solovetsky Island as well as this other ship that is headed in the direction. It's about maybe 20 or 30 kilometers away from the Solovetsky Islands. Um, it is obviously some sort of salvage ship. It is in pretty bad shape, uh, but Kip does recognize that it has some weaponry mounted on the front.
Damn.
It seems to be some sort of cannon, like a auto cannon. He doesn't see any missiles, which relieves him because the Solovetsky Island has some armor on it, but missiles would probably make short work of it.
All right, I'll pass that on to everybody. Eh, yeah, it doesn't look like they got missiles on that ship, but they're still probably quite formidable against us. So,
Well, we need to get back on the Solovetsky Island.
yeah,
Hope,
yeah.
Dodge is ready to jump.
I'm gunning it.
All right, so we're gonna need a piloting roll if you're gonna gun it and try to,
Dock.
come in hot and
Okay.
into the, into the docking bay.
Oh yeah.
Um,
This could be a little bumpy.
so, what we're going to kind of set a level of success here. Um, there is a possibility that people will be injured if you get 0 successes. Um, if you get 1 success, no one will be injured, but you could damage the dropship and the Solovetsky Island, and maybe even some equipment inside. If you
Right.
get 2 successes, you won't damage the dropship, but you could potentially still damage equipment inside. And if you get 3 successes, then it's a perfect cinematic.
Okay.
You can
Alright.
do that like power slide into the space into the stall.
Okay, so I'm really concentrating this, and for the first time in a long time,
You've got this, Kip. I'll clap you on your back. But
I actually,
then
I actually
when you're
put this.
focused, I'll get into a chair and make sure I'm buckled up.
And at this point, I will actually lift my goggles up over my eyes, so I can get a good look at what I'm doing here.
Oh shit, he's serious.
Yeah, I'm serious. Hold on to your butts. Piloting roll. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Oh my god.
okay. So this
And thus
is
ends Aliens. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
okay. So you did get 2 successes, so
Yay!
that's not bad. How are we going to play out this panic condition, though?
Flee. You just can't take him. We're just flee to the safe place and
All
refuse to.
right. So 2 successes was going to alleviate any damage to people or the dropship.
Okay.
Um, all right. So what I'm going to say is the dropship comes in to the docking bay, and you come in really fast and hard, but manage to, uh, reverse the thrusters at the last minute, and you guys slide uh, into the landing area, but the tail of the dropship begins to swing out and just starts knocking all of these things over. Unfortunately, there is a explosion because you knocked over a fuel container that begins igniting one of the airlocks where your vac suits are stored, and that kind of engulfs the entire opening and inside of the airlock. uh, and it is a large flame that would require a, quite a bit of effort to put out and get under control. But the uh, the docking bay door closes behind you and seals tight, and everyone's okay. Uh, but what should we do about the flea? I'm going to say that um, where would Kip run to
That's what
if
I
he
mean. Yeah, where would
was,
he go?
yeah, if he doesn't,
Safe
What
place. Refuse
what
to
about the
leave it.
like opposite? Instead of running, he stays
Is there
on
a cryo
on the
chamber on this
dropship,
thing?
like tending to the dropship issue, and everyone else
yeah,
can get
there
out.
is, yep.
Okay.
Is that where he's going to flee to?
Yeah.
All right. So
Sorry, can you say
he,
again? Where are you fleeing to?
A cryo chamber.
Ah,
yeah, so
Damn it. Can it please
Kip's
be the one that he emptied out where the one dude was at?
yeah, that's actually what I was thinking.
Oh gosh.
There's you know, he doesn't quite, think about what cryo chamber he's getting into. He gets into the very first one, which happens to be the one that Daver was in. And he gets in and kicks up. There's like a cloud of dust like that comes out after he jumps inside of it.
Oh,
He
great.
begins coughing as he manically presses a bunch of buttons in an attempt to escape whatever.
A
Um,
little dabbery in here. Oh well.
okay, all right. So he's actually going to uh, like enter cryostasis unless
That's
anyone
what's keeping me inside.
turns it off and brings and wakes him back up.
I mean, I think
He
our
knows what
more
he's doing.
pressing issue will be the giant fire on the ship.
If we all are dealing with this fire, do we have to roll panic? Oh wait.
Who sees you run? Yes, you do. Yep.
Oh boy.
So everyone's stress is going to decrease by one.
Is mine?
Your
Or like
stress levels
panic
decrease
level
by
13?
one, but every. Oh wait, no, yes. So I'm sorry. So I'm sorry. Kip's stress is going to decrease by one, but all of the friendly characters, which is everybody else on the ship, on the drop ship, is going to have to do a panic roll.
That's just a
So if you
stress
just
roll, right?
yeah, so if you just click on stress, that will do your stress roll for you. Freeze. All right, so Yoko is keeping it together. I will roll for Amada, who's stress free. She is also keeping it together. So Cliff is going to wait a minute. Okay. Your stress level and the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range of you increases by one. Okay. So that's going to bump up Yoko's stress by one and Hamada's stress by one. And Cliff is not going to do anything for one round. So uh, Yoko and Hamada can do something before uh, Cliff has a chance to gather himself and react. So what's Yoko doing?
This fire in the vac suit room,
Yes.
is it out or
Oh no, it has to be put out. It's burning.
can we just vent it?
You can just vent it, but none of you have vac suits on, so
Okay, so
you
but
could.
can we stay in the dropship and vent it?
Yes, you could do that. Yes.
Even though Kip just ran out of the dropship.
I'm going to say, you're on communication with the bridge, so you can have Daver do it. I mean, Dudge do it remotely, and
Yeah. So that's what I'm keeping my calm. Everyone else is kind of freaking out. Like, don't panic, don't panic. We're okay. We just knocked something out. We can put out the fire and figure out what the damage is caused, but no big deal.
all right. You're sure it's clear because I don't want to space anybody.
Where's Kip?
Uh, he check. You see him. You hear him checking something. Like it looks like he went to the cryopods.
Okay, well,
He's well out of there.
don't vent let's see, but head count, Hamida, Emily, Dudge,
Yep,
Cliff.
Yep, everybody's accounted for in the ship besides Kip.
Do it. Fire's out. Put the fire out and let's get out of here.
All right, he initiates it, and you can look out the window and you can see, you know, uh, the fire being sucked towards the door, the airlock door that was just opened, and it goes out pretty quickly. And you yell to Dudge that the fire's out, and he seals the door again. And the when that happened, all these red lights came on in the docking area. But after he seals the door, uh, they start flashing, and they go back to normal. And that's the indication that new oxygen has been released, and
All
it
right.
should be safe to leave the dropship.
Let's assess the damage and see what we lost. I imagine like a bunch of loose stuff in the garage area, like or in the landing area.
Oh yeah,
like, flew
there's
out.
things. Yeah, things got sucked out. Um, the but as you make your way to the airlock, you can see that all of the vac suits here have went out the door
Oh,
with
wow.
the
Okay.
airlock. You you have a few others that are at other various airlocks on the ship, but this was the main airlock, and there is not going to be enough for the entire crew.
Well, it's a good thing we're headed home. No response, Studge?
I that they're they've approached us, and they're just sitting there, not getting any response. They're you know
They, they
almost a
probably
stone's
think
throw
we're just
away.
gonna blow ourselves up.
Yeah. Can you flash your high beams at him?
Um,
Like not as opposed to a radio signal.
Metaphorically, I can.
As opposed to a radio signal, maybe some other kind of signal we can give.
Yeah, I'll try flashing the lights, and you know you you hear him flicking like some switch back and forth, and I'm still not getting any sort of wait wait a minute. There's a drop ship coming out.
We're headed to the bridge. I
It's,
mean,
yeah, get up here as fast as you can. It I don't know where it's headed. It's not headed to our airlock.
is it going to the surface?
I'm going to start switching on external cameras and see if I can track it. And you can see him manically, pressing buttons and checking aft, checking starboard. I There it is. It's landing on one of our engine pods.
Engine pods?
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I, they might be trying to port us.
I'm sure they are. Can we go? Move?
Yeah, because can you gun it? They'll fly off or something.
They're. I can give it a shot, but they're in our way. They're directly in front of us. It's going to take some maneuvering.
The big ship is in front of us, or the drop ship is in front of us? The drop
No,
ship's
the big
on
ship.
us. The big ship's in
Yeah,
front of us. The drop ship's on us. Got it.
yeah. They're it. So it kind of flew directly in front of the Solovetsky Island, and that's why he tried
Yeah.
flashing the lights to see if he could get the attention of them. But yeah. So you generally there's artificial gravity, and you do not feel the shift of the ships in space banking, but you can feel how hard he's diving down to try to get around this thing. We're going to have Dudge do a piloting roll. I am just going to base the narrative off of the number of successes that he
Come
gets.
on,
All right, that's
Dodge.
pretty
Do something
good.
amazing, Dodge.
All right, you feel it. You feel it tilt down and slightly to the right. It's not enough to like throw you around, but you can kind of feel your body go down in that direction. And he's banking really hard. He's like, "It's going to be tight. Hold on." and are you guys still headed up to the bridge?
Yeah,
Uh,
I
yeah,
I am. I'm trying to
Okay.
get to the bridge as soon as I can.
yeah. I'll
Okay.
double time it up there.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So, uh, at you are as you run into the bridge, you can see him looking up, trying to see ensure that he's going to clear this ship as the nose plummets down, and you can see him sit back in a sigh of relief, and he says, "I'm going to engage the FTL. I think we're going to be okay." And you guys sit down and strap in to go into hyperspace, and uh, you feel a sense of relief as um, the stars begin to stretch as you zip off back towards the mother colony. He starts as you guys enter FTL. He starts scanning all of the external cameras to make sure that this dropship was left behind, and he feels very confident that it has been.
Ooh,
Did
good.
we? Is there any way we can check the actual ship, like our ship, like if they got on before we hit FTL?
Would be in the engine.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a search of the ship, sure. Yeah, I mean,
I'll do that.
you've got like about 3 weeks of travel before you arrive at the mother colony. So, yeah, you guys can do a thorough search of the ship if that's what you would like to do. Is anybody going to wake Kip up?
No, he's had a tough day.
Can we vent the quadrant by engine pod boarded again? We can vent in FTL probably. I would assume
Uh, I'm sorry. What are you asking if you can do?
vent the area that was attached onto by the
Uh,
dropship. But
well, so it landed on the outside
yeah,
on the engine pod. Yeah.
yeah.
So there's nothing. I mean, you can't.
There's
I
no
mean,
venting
that's
the engine
if
pod,
you,
right?
yeah. There. I mean, there's no way to enter the ship at the engine pod.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You can service the ship from the inside the engine, but
Okay.
I mean, if you want to do like a like section by section venting of the ship, you could do that, but
I don't
that's
think
going
we.
to
I
take
don't
a
think we have
long
to.
time and waste
I
a
don't
lot of
think we have
oxygen.
to. And can you do that in FTL? I don't know. Like
Uh,
logistically, I would imagine not. But I don't know.
no, you probably have to leave FTL for a bit
Yeah, I'm
to
not
do that.
interested.
So it'd be like a staggered thing, and that would draw out
Mhm.
the time to arrive.
Yeah, let's just
All
carry on.
right,
You can do your ship inspection.
all right. So you're satisfied with just doing a physical search of the ship?
I mean, we're gonna have to inspect the exterior and the hardware and the engine, but we can do that when we arrive because we don't have any vac suits.
Can
Well,
we?
it's not that you don't have any vac suits; it's that you don't have vac suits for the entire crew anymore.
Do we want to send someone out to just do an external inspect?
Can we send out the
A helpful Joe,
um,
working Joe.
yeah, the helper
The
Joes,
working Joes.
Joes? Yeah, they don't
Yes,
need air, do they?
you will. No, they don't. You will have to leave FTL to do an external search of the ship, obviously.
Because I was thinking either have them examine that or maybe see if they could repair some of those suits.
Oh no, the suits were sucked out into space.
Oh, okay.
And
I
yeah,
thought they just
yeah,
got damaged. All right, my bad.
no.
Yeah, tell them go get them. They got rockets on them, right?
Susie Q, why don't you go out and check
Do
this stuff out?
you
I think
want
it's
them
worth
to?
it. I mean, do you want to stop? Do you want to? We can take a little bit longer to get back and just pull over. Anyone else have an opinion?
I think I like that idea because I don't want something bad to happen
We
to our
can't
ship.
bring anything back to the. We don't want to lead. We don't want to. If we're being. If there's a tracking device, we don't want to bring them back to the mother colony. Stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yep, I agree. Like it's a good idea.
All right.
I forgot the working Joe's name. Wait, Mrs.
Okay, so
something or
So the working Joes are not the best at finding things, but you can send them out to do the roles. They're mainly for doing repairs and that sort of thing. But if you would like to send the two of them out, search.
I mean, if we're out in the middle of nowhere, I'll go. I don't mind.
But I'm not. Or actually, Kip should go. Should we wake him up?
Maybe somebody should wake him up. Yeah, I'm gonna say even if it's like a day later, Kip got some rest.
Yeah.
Wakey,
And,
wakey. We're not home yet. Kip, rise and
What?
shine.
Here, give me a bucket. Oh, I hate that when that happens. Oh, okay. So, man, what about my panic level now?
I'm gonna say everybody's panic level is reset, and everyone's stress is back down to 0.
Ooh.
You're back on
Yeah,
board.
this is like a
and-
new episode.
right.
Since,
Yeah, you're recovered. There's been a bit of time that you've made a bit of the distance, even if you just want to say it's a day or two. That you're despite this concern over a possible tracking device or something, you feel like you're safe.
Okay. You did say that I got a permanent trauma from all that.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to do another one of those wits, or
Empathy?
I'm sorry,
Empathy.
empathy. Yeah, do an empathy roll, and we're looking for uh, you're looking for no successes to avoid a trauma.
There you go.
All right, yeah. Kip is
Bonus about
very
having
resilient.
empathy.
That's
Frosty.
right.
All right. What do you need done? What do you need done? What do we gotta do?
We want to inspect the exterior of the ship. As we were leaving, the unidentified vessel sent something over, which appears to have docked at engine pod 3, 4, 3,
1.
1. One of the engine pods. Maybe we'll check them all.
Which there is conveniently an airlock not far from there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go out there and have a look.
All right, so you, in fact, I'm going to say that you take a quick inventory of the number of back suits on the ship, and there are only 5 of them. So that means that there would be 4 people without a back suit if something bad happened. But you climb into one and head out of the ship and start making your way and performing your sweep of engine pod 1. Hey, please give me an observation roll. All right. You can see that you make out the area where Dudge described them landing, and there seemed to be a uh, small communications device that has been placed on the hull of the engine pod. And it looks very similar to the black box that you saw previously. It is most likely um, the same type of technology, uh, but you can't be certain it's exactly the same from out here.
And it's a surveillance device, you said?
Well, that's what the previous one was. So it's you have a pretty strong inclination that that's what this is as well.
Okay. They got cameras on me, right? Like helm cameras. It's like, hey guys, can you see this?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Right. Through crackling static and interference. Yeah. Can you see this? Look at this thing. It looks just like the last time, right?
Take it off.
Just
Boot
take
it.
it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Don't we
right.
have
It's
C4?
connected with.
Okay. I'm just gonna boot it off with my space boot.
Okay, you're just gonna kick it off.
I'm gonna kick it
Uh,
off.
yeah. So I mean, it's just on there with a really strong magnet, but
Yeah.
you kicking it knocks it off the hull, and you see it tumble off into the void of space.
It's a La Vista, baby. All right. It's tumbling into space.
That means it has Third World Empire tech. Oh, what was
Forget.
it? You did the other one. You found some semblance of some
Yeah.
tech.
Yeah. It was
Yes, it was Third World Empire. Um, there was, some of uh, the wiring and stuff like that reminded Kip of Third World Empire technology.
all right. Yeah. Yeah. The third world stuff. Yeah. Those guys.
Hey, good work out there, Kip. I'm glad you found it. We don't want to be leaving them. We don't want to give them any more information than they're already taking by force.
Okay. Anything else, or can I make my way back in?
Any stealth ships? I'm joking.
I'll
And
I'll look around.
now, Dudge has been, after that encounter, Dudge's and Cliff's recommendation, he's been doing a constant scan for that radiation signature and has not found anything.
Do we have a? Can we look also for the frequency that they were using? Because didn't we hack into them at one point?
Yes. Um,
That was the stealth ships, not the Third World Empire.
Oh, okay.
correct.
Yeah, that's right. They're
Yep.
these aren't the pirates. That's right. Get that out of my head. Okay. Well, if the helper
Yeah, let's
helping
get home.
Joes aren't doing anything, they can help me fix my armor,
Okay. Yeah.
or one of them
I'm
can.
going to say, yeah. I mean, they can basically spend any time that they're not doing basic maintenance repairing your armor. So
Okay.
I will say that assuming you don't need it before you arrive, that it'll be working when you arrive.
Yay.
And if you do need it for some reason, then we'll determine if it's ready based off of how much more time has passed.
Gotcha.
All right. So Dudge tells you that he did take some video recordings of the ship that uh, they encountered before you guys made your escape. He's looked over it several times, but uh, has not been able to determine, who it may have originally belonged to. But he is confident that, it has been cobbled together from, from some remnants of a ship, like it's been repaired or piecemealed back together. So it may not look entirely similar to how it did when it was originally commissioned.
What doesn't what should be you talking about?
What,
Hello. Just,
which ship am I talking about?
yeah. Sorry.
I'm talking about the ship that you guys just escaped from. the giant ship that showed up in the system, and that Dudge had to avoid in order to go into FTL.
The junker, the salvage ship, the
The
one.
salvage ship looks like it's just been kind of cobbled together.
Yes. Yeah, like when I called it a salvage ship, I didn't mean that it collects as salvage, but the ship itself was salvage, and it
Oh,
was,
okay.
it was like a zombie ship that was built back up from various pieces.
Piecemeal ship.
Yes.
Very non-peaceful, peaceful ship. Yeah, Ayoko doesn't have anything. Yoko's gonna just keep drawing. Do some cataloging and before expecting to go to cryo for the trip for the return flight.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to do?
I'm just gonna try to assist with fixing my armor. See if I
Okay.
can speed it up a little bit, I guess.
All right.
I'm gonna change my personal item to my notebook. My signature item. Can I do that? I never
Sure.
used my
Yeah.
stupid signature item. Just means I get to reduce stress if I
Mhm.
spend a lot of time with it, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, if we could do that, I want to change mine to oh, what's his name? The one guy's dog tags.
Okay. The guy. Oh man, what was his name? The guy that was
Udalinsky?
Zelensky. Oh
Yes.
no. Okay, that's not who I was thinking of.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking
That's
of.
right. I was thinking of the other Marine that you recruited. He survived though.
Yeah, he's still
So
alive.
yes.
I just stole his dog tag, but I don't want to use his.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, Udalinsky's who dog.
Zelensky. Yeah.
Ozonsky.
Okay. All right. Todd, does Kip want to do anything
Yeah,
before?
I'm gonna just go around the ship and do my diagnostics things. Kind of try and get some normalcy in my life. Uh,
Okay.
you know, keep busy, right?
All
Otherwise,
right.
that yeah.
Go ahead.
Otherwise, that cryo pod's looking better and better. You know,
All
even
right.
though
I'm
it's lasting effects.
I'm going to say Dr. Bircher is going to start diving into some of the samples that you guys collected on Aljana, the electric bug mosquito thing,
Yeah.
um, and some of those plants. Uh, all right, so you guys are going to eventually go into cryo. Is that
Yeah.
right, or is anybody staying up the full 3 weeks?
No, I think I'm gonna
No.
rest.
How
Okay.
do we recover health? I lost health in that battle.
You will recover health at about like one a day, so you're essentially going to be fully healed at this point because you can get treated by Dr. Bircher and stuff over the course of the several days that you're going
Mm-hmm.
to stay up before going inside cryo.
Great.
All right. So, sounds like no one's staying up the whole time, so you guys are going to save a lot of the food rations that you had stored, and you guys wake up just outside of the mother colony system through the working Joes come by and ensure that everyone's auto wake was successful and everyone's doing all right. You see Dudge kind of hop up, and he uses uses the toilet very quickly and then runs off to the bridge. Says, I want to make sure
Me and him are bumping into
that
each other.
everything's
That's the first thing I do too.
that everything's operating all right, and we're gonna get there safely. You can find me up there if anybody needs me. And
Checking out all the systems.
okay, Yeah, everything seems fine. There wasn't any permanent damage from to any of the systems from that fire, and Dudge did not, you know, collide with that other ship when he was escaping. So the Solovetsky Island is relatively unscathed, other than that fire in the airlock. And there is some resurfacing that's going to need to be done in the landing area from Kip's uh, slide into the docking bay. But other than that, she's in pretty good shape. Uh,
You just lost some
there,
back suits, no big deal.
yeah, yeah, got plenty of those back at home. Uh, so yeah, you guys spend a couple hours. You're coming into the system pretty slowly, um, and eventually you uh, hear Dudge come on to the comms and say, "Everybody, I think you better come up to the bridge. You should probably take a look at this."
Cool. I hope it's a big
On
crater.
my way.
Yeah, I'm going to the bridge. I'll meet you. Yeah, I'm on my.
All right. Is anybody not going? Why don't we put it that way?
No, I'm heading up.
Archer's
All
there.
right. Yep. And Emily, Hamada, Tan, the whole crew is there. And he brings up the main front display, and you can see that the Ilyanla, all of the lights are off of the Ilyanla. Uh, it seems to be floating uh, and spinning like it has lost all power, and it doesn't look like it's lost orbit, but it is completely out of control.
What do you
There's
think happened
look at
there?
the engines are off, all the lights are off. It's
Mm,
kind of just spinning haphazardly. There's and Dudge says there's no way I'm going to be able to dock with that. It'd be virtually impossible.
How can we stabilize it?
It's the and someone would need to be on there and bring it back up online. That thing is way too big for a ship this size to be able. Even if I could dock with it, I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't stabilize that spin. Maybe if we had all four expeditionary vehicles connected, it might be possible. But we've already lost one, and you can see that there is one attached to the ship. And as it's spinning, uh, every once in a while, you get a view of the letter designation, and you can see that it is uh, the UNCSS Madagascar.
Oh, okay. What's that ship?
What
That's
the fuck?
another one of the expeditionary vehicles that there's four of them,
Okay.
and they're all the same as as your ship, but they go off into their own locations
Mhm.
and explore other colonies. And one of them was destroyed with the nukes. That was the of the Isle of Skye.
Okay,
But I
so
mean,
that
you've
one
seen
wasn't
this.
there. It wasn't there last time we were there, right? When we were last
No,
here, there
it
were
was
no
not.
other expeditionary ships
No,
here.
in fact, that's right. Yeah. So the Madagascar was actually uh, was kind of MIA for a while.
Oh, that was the one that was
And
missing, or like gone longer than expected.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yep, they lost contact with it, and they expected it back for several weeks, and they hadn't heard anything.
Well, it's good to see they made it back, although not sure what happened after that. Can we hail the ground, Mother Colony?
Yes. Yep.
Uh, you know, just tell them, report that the soul of Escalon has returned, and ask the Mother Colony for the status of the Ilania.
There is no response. You try several times, and no one is responding. So the attempts that you've made were to, the main
Yeah,
comms office,
yeah.
which is kind of, if you think about it as sort of the operator. If you need to reach anybody else, they can like redirect you to particular people on the mother colony. Is there anybody specific that you want to try?
The mayor or
The governor?
governor?
Okay. Yeah, you try the governor directly, and you don't you hear a connection be established, but you don't hear anybody reply right away. Uh, you you can hear what sounds like some low level like static or something. Uh, it takes you a moment to realize that it's someone whispering very softly, and the microphone that they're speaking into obviously is not picking it up very well. Dudge tries to uh, recalibrate, and you can make out a woman's voice saying, "Please, please don't speak very loudly. They'll hear us. We we need assistance. Do not land in the primary landing bay on the roof. You need to come in from outside. Please just just tap on something if you can understand me. I'm afraid they'll hear you if you speak."
Give something a quick little tap.
I do a cut it motion to touch. cut.
Okay, so nobody's going to tap. You're just going to cut the microphone.
Can we cut it in a
Cliff,
can
I
we
mean,
cut it in a
Cliff
way that
will,
You
indicates
can-
like cut? You know, like something that just like cuts in a weird way that they might take as a signal of we heard you. They don't need to hear us. Doesn't matter. We're coming in hot, regardless. That's how I feel.
So okay, all right. So you're not going to respond. You're just going to cut the mic.
Yeah,
is
better
there like
better to
some
not
kind
respond.
of
If they can hear her, if we can hear her, they can hear her. That's how I feel.
Well, okay. So I want to clarify that she's whispering very quietly, but Dudge increased the volume dramatically so you can make it out.
Right, with artificial enhance. Yeah, I
Right.
got you.
Yeah.
I'm still just keeping it as like a, that's how I'm thinking, or that's how the Yoko's thinking, you know. But if
I
you
mean,
tap back, if anyone taps back, that's your prerogative. I'm not.
I mean, Cliff will tap back. He'll do it. He don't care.
Okay. You hear you just hear a response. Thank you, and then it cuts out. You're
Um,
not entirely sure. I
who it
mean,
was.
you're pretty confident that that was not the governor,
Mhm.
even though you couldn't hear them very well. The voice sounded nothing like the governor, so you're pretty confident it wasn't her.
That's not how the governor speaks. She's much more confident than that person was.
And they were speaking from where? The
Well,
colony
well,
or the Indiana
you
or what?
assume it was in the governor. This is in the mother colony, so you
Right.
guys
Yeah.
hailed the governor's office directly, and this
Hmm.
is the woman that responded.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mhm.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. Oh no.
We need to infiltrate our own colony and rescue those who need rescuing? Or
Sounds like it.
and then where do we go? We'll figure that out when we come to it.
Yeah, we gotta go save whoever down there. Okay. And where'd she say we had to come in through?
You said don't land on the regular
Right.
Yeah,
landing area.
went from the outside.
We could. Were there any more supplies or weapons at the pirate base? Maybe we should stake that place as a starting point.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably a good starting point. I don't know if they abandoned it or what. They sure left it in a hurry when we found them.
So we should check. We should try to land down there, gather what weaponry we can or supplies, and scout the mother colony from outside.
Yeah.
Yep, sounds good.
I need to see if I'm having
All
a good
right.
day.
Oh yeah,
All right, why don't you do that? I am going to make everybody's stress go up 1 from that, though. From that revelation.
I'm having a bad day. Can't. I mean, like, obviously having a bad day. The freaking mother colony is all I care about. And now what's happened? We don't. You know, there's no one left. How are we gonna? And now we can't even go back to the paradise planet because these guys didn't like it enough.
Snap yourself out of it, man. My gosh.
the Paradise Planet.
All right, so the question is, what are you going to take down to the planet? The
Everything.
Solovetsky Island could theoretically land on the planet. It is a big ship,
Say that's true.
and it may be difficult to find a place that Dutch could land safely, especially with the rocky terrain on the mother colony planet.
I would assume one of our shuttles could go right onto one of the bays pirate ships came off of. I was picturing
Yes.
about the same size.
Yeah, so the drop ship is about the same size as those fighters. So you could just take the drop ship down. That would be fine.
I guess my vote.
Dropship. All the guns we have. All the explosives we have.
Yes, keep
Well,
talking. Yes.
Wait a minute. How many people can the dropship carry?
Oh, the drop ship can carry everybody.
All of
if you want
us. All of
No,
us.
I mean if we find
Yeah.
survivors, how many people can we take?
Oh, okay. I guess the drop ship is designed to be able to land like a wheeled vehicle of some sort. So I would say, if you don't have a wheeled vehicle in there, I would probably say you could probably cram about 30 or 40 people on it. It'd be pretty tight, uh, but I think that would be doable. So why don't we just say an even 50?
Okay.
In addition
That's a lot
to
of people.
like including your crew and everything.
Okay.
There's probably no more than 50 down there anyways now.
I mean,
But-
what is the mother colony?
Well,
Mother colony population is what, like a million?
There was like over a well, it was like let me check the exact number. It is 220,000 was the number.
Well, I'm
that
gonna go with Kiff.
there
There's probably
landed.
only 50 people left, so let's go down.
We lost a lot of people even since the last time we were here.
Yeah, so that's the number that you had at the beginning of the campaign. So obviously, the people died in the revolution. There was, there was probably people lost to the sickness and that sort of thing. The people that you guys shot in the back when they were running away.
You're
So,
infected.
You make that sound like
but
You mean the infected? You're saying their names wrong. Infected.
infected. Yeah.
Monsters.
So,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, those creatures.
I mean, why don't we say on top of that stuff and just natural causes that maybe there's definitely more than 10,000 left when you left the
Yeah. That would be
this
crazy
last time.
to lose 90% of the population. That would be crazy. All right. Um, I'm thinking maybe do we bring down both the? Oh no, wait, we do one. Hmm. Thinking the science vessel might be useful too. Bring everything down.
Okay, wait. What are we going to go down there and what we're going to sweep through this whole
Well, we don't
colony?
even
Try and
know. We
find
don't even know
five-
what's going on. We need to find out what's going on. And we
Okay,
have
well,
no
other than
communication with the Ilanya, and we can't stabilize it. It's dangerous as heck.
okay, you try to get a hold directly to the governor's office, but what about the control center?
We can try it. Try it.
You know? Okay, so I'll switch over to that frequency and let's see if we can raise them.
You hear a the connection is immediate, uh, but the person on the other side doesn't respond right away. But you hear him clear his throat and say, "This is the Mother Colony con- Control Center. Who am I speaking to?"
You're speaking to Kip Falcone. I'm on the what's the name of our drop ship?
Name of
You
the
mean the
dropship.
Yeah, don't we have a
the
name? We
dropship doesn't have. You mean your main ship? The dropship is a little vehicle that the
No, I know that.
Solovetsky Island.
The
The
Sol, yeah, okay,
Solovetsky Island.
yeah. We're from
Yeah.
the
Okay.
Solovetsky Island here. Can you give us a situation report? What's going on down there?
You can hear him like uh, whispering to somebody for a second, um, and he kind of stumbles over his words and says, Everything here is fine. We're glad to have you back. Um,
Mm.
un-
How are
un-
you?
unfortunately, unfortunately, the Iyanla is uh, inoperational right now, so we're going to need you to wait for further orders.
So we can't land? Is that what you're saying?
Um, I'm going to have to get back to you on that. I don't know what the current protocol is. Um,
I like.
please stay on the line for further orders.
Yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah. We'll just do that. I cut the mic.
yeah,
Okay,
I look
these
at
guys.
Dodge and I do the cut it, cut it, cut
Yeah,
it.
these guys are stalling.
Okay, I'm a little confused. Are we already landed at the old
No,
pirate base? Or are we still in the air? Okay.
no,
No, we're in the air.
you're still in orbit. Yeah, around the tumbling Ilyanla.
Okay.
All right. Well, I something's going on down there. I think we better go check it out. Eh? But yeah, yeah. Maybe we need to get some firepower, a little more firepower from the pirate pirate base.
I don't know if there's any firepower left there, but we can definitely check it out. The
I
only
Okay.
think.
problem is that base is a couple clicks away from the mother colony, if I remember right.
Well,
Yeah,
they
it's,
told us
it's
not
not
to
it's
land.
not super close, but that's good. We need to
Well, they'll see
conceal
us.
our approach.
Yeah, they'll see us. Veering off and going elsewhere, and they might just think they won't know where we
If we
are,
take a
right?
shuttle,
No, we're taking the dropship. The Solovetsky
yeah.
Island. I think Dudge, you and your daughter have to stay on the Solovetsky Island. We don't know what's going on there. It's safest here.
I mean, I kind of would prefer most people stay up here. Maybe we would take what's her name, Hamana,
Amida.
Hamada. That's it,
Hamada.
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 Yeah, we bring her, and then she can help guard the ship while we scout out the area. Be my recommendation.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, do that then. All for
All
one, one
right.
for all. Let us go.
So 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 the ship that you're leaving Hamada on is staying with the drop ship?
That's
Is
the
that
idea.
is that what you're saying?
That's the idea.
Okay.
You guys think that's a good
All right.
idea, or should we keep her up on the
No,
Velvetsky Island?
no, keep this. Solovetsky Island can be. I say Solovetsky Island is Dudge and his daughter primarily. They're number in charge.
I'm just worried if somebody tries to board him.
I mean, we're sitting ducks wherever we are. We go up, we go down. We don't have a home right now until we figure out what's going on. Let's get down and figure what's going on. I don't really have a good reason for anything. Just ready to go figure it out. So I think
Yeah.
Bircher is definitely going down. Yoko's going down. Cliff and Kip are going down.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, do we want to keep Hamada on the Solovetsky Island as defense? It's not the worst idea.
Something tells me that it'd probably be a good idea if she stays on there.
Okay.
Because we have another drop ship, don't we?
You have it is not a drop ship, it's a science vessel. So it is generally designed for just staying in space, but it can be brought down
Okay.
onto the planet. It does not have it's not as large as or I'm sorry, it does not have as much room as the dropship. So it's not designed to transport things. It's designed for scanning and you know, and uh, it's mostly like sensor arrays and
Okay. Yeah.
stuff.
I'm gonna second guess myself and say keep her on the Selvensky Island, and that's my vote now. At this moment.
Okay.
Sound good to everybody?
You're the military minded one, so you can choose to decide make that tactical decision.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that.
All right. So you guys everyone's loading up except for Hamada, Dudge, and his daughter. Uh, and I assume you're leaving Hamada with some means of self defense. Otherwise, there's no point in leaving her up there. But for the other
Take
than
all the guns and leave
other,
her.
yeah, other
Yeah, she got a
other than
smart gun.
that, you're bringing basically all of the weaponry and everything that you could
She
possibly
keeps her
need.
smart gun, I guess. She keeps her smart gun.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
So you so is Kip flying again?
Oh yeah.
Flying the dropship? Okay. All right. So are you going to put any effort into avoiding the mother colony and their possibly being detected from
Yes.
like are you doing a flyby or are you going around?
No.
Are you
I want
are
us.
you going to go around the planet and try to avoid them entirely?
You fire a warning shot across the bow.
No. I want them. I just want to disappear. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're definitely trying to not
All
be
right.
seen, no detection as much as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just and also to clarify, you're going to this pirate outpost where
Yes.
Ozelinski was killed, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you go the long way around and avoid detection by the mother colony as best as possible, approaching this uh, outpost from the opposite direction of the mother colony. As you start to clear some of so your Kip's flying close to the ground, not like right off of the ground, but out of trying to avoid radar detection. And you guys clear some mountains, and you see the tower of the uh, outpost uh, as you clear these mountains. And then you kind of breathe a sigh of relief as you see some uh, activity around there, and including some Colonial Marine APCs stationed by this outpost. Uh, so you immediately have hope that some Marines are stationed there that may be able to assist you. How close are you going to land to this outpost? Are you going to land on one of the landing bays where the stealth fighters were, or are you going to land away and approach on foot?
What do you guys want to do? It's not my
Can we?
call.
If we're afraid of anti-air weapon, missile or whatever, then we don't go there. But I don't know if we are afraid of that based on the universe.
Can we hail them?
Yes. Yeah, you could
Okay.
do like a holding pattern and try to hail them. Sure.
Yeah, and I would say try to do it like on a military type channel.
Yep.
Okay. Is Cliff going to handle this?
Sure.
All right. What is he going to say? And you
Uh,
don't have to do it in formal military speak if you
I was
just
going
want
to
to
say he'll
summarize.
go into formal military mode, give it like his rank and number and all that fun stuff, and then saying just came back from a scouting mission. Notice odd issues, odd happenings here, and now are awaiting updated status to where we can be useful and our whatever status is going on, I guess.
Who's the senior
What
commander? Like, who's in charge?
Yeah,
That's what
yeah. Who's in charge and who's
what is what's Cliff's rank? Do you have a rank written down for him?
I do not have a rank written down for him, so no.
Okay. Why
His
don't we
rank
say
is
he's a
Colonel
corporal?
Marine. That's his rank.
Colonel Marine.
Colonial Marine.
Colonel
Colonial.
Marine. He just made it up.
Colonial Marine.
Colonial Mariner. That's him.
Why don't we say he's a corporal?
Okay.
He's got some experience.
Yes.
So you, um, the response you get is, Corporal, you and your crew are clear to land. As for the commanding officer here, that's going to be a bit complicated and it's probably going to require a discussion. Uh, you're directed to land on Bay 3, which you can see. I mean, they're all empty,
Hmm.
uh, but you can see. But I mean, Kip, it's clear, very clear which one is Bay 3. Are you going to proceed?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, maybe you're the senior officer here, huh, Cliff?
Mm.
Nudge,
Hey.
nudge.
You-
He sits up real straight. Maybe I am.
if everyone else are privates, then I am in charge. Uh, so Kip brings the dropship in for a landing, and as you land, a small squad of Marines come up the staircase, and they are followed by someone you really don't expect to see, General Ozelinski.
What?
I hide his dog tag.
Yeah, your
So,
personal item.
Zelensky's alive?
so we're going to find out what is going on next time,
Very fun.
and
A fun game.
we will also do XP through Discord, I think, since it's after 10 already. Um,
Okay.
so I will list out things, and you guys can make your arguments if you disagree with me.
Right on.
I guess Dill, since he was here last time, he will potentially get XP.
Excellent.
Potentially.
All right.
Berger didn't really do anything today.
That's true, but he did a lot last time.
Last time, yeah.
He did?
All right.
Yeah, he did. He wasn't in
Yeah.
the room when everyone was dying.
I think everybody would have died if Idiot and Hominid didn't show up.
That's
I
true.
really do.
I think you're right.
Nice.
I was smart.
Okay.
Mark pages
So
and